Hello. Sorry, wait. You look sweet.
Thank you.
And it was cute how you take a photo. And I was wondering what you take photo of from this building.
Yes, for my friends.
In today's video, I'm approaching a girl that, by the looks of it, is much younger than me. I get this question a lot of times in my coaching. Alex, what do I do if I'm older than the girl? And this is kind of the topic of this video, but we're gonna go to it later in the video because in the end of this interaction, she actually asks me,
How old are you?
How old? What do you think?
and I want you to see how I handle that. But let's first see how the seduction even goes.
Because you're meeting him there? Or just
No,
because it's
no.
beautiful?
Because it's beautiful and I'm from Belarus and she's from
Понимаю.
Belarus too.
So you're like, привет, я в Warsaw, красивый building.
I'm going to study here. And that's
Really?
Yes.
Why here?
Okay, she's engaged, she's stopping, she's answering my questions, she's open, her body language is open to me, she's not stepping away. Good, I can put a little bit of pressure. So I ask her, why do you study here? And then I shut up to make her actually think a little bit.
I guess that it's the best place to study.
The best in the world.
No in the world, but I don't want to study in Belarus.
Why not? Bad universities.
Yes, and the quality of education is really bad.
Okay, I am happy that I'm finished with studying. It was a good time because it's chill. You study, but you can kind of do what you want and you can get drunk. But also, I'm happy now I have a job and I make my own money. How long are you here for?
1 month.
Okay. Me, maybe 1 month, and I think about moving here. I used to live in Ukraine, and then I moved to Bulgaria to have a home, but it's too boring there, so maybe I come here.
This is not true. I've only been in Warsaw for a week there for, running a workshop, and I haven't really planned in moving there. So basically I'm lying.
You figured me out. You got me red-handed.
But why am I lying here? She's there for a while. She's studying there. She's not a tourist. She's not looking for some quick hookup. She wants to build a relationship. I am really just living an hour flight away. So if you think about it, I am pretty close. This will happen a lot in seduction, especially for guys who travel a lot. You want to have a global mindset. You want to understand that if you tell a girl that you're leaving the city very soon, you're killing the seduction very early on. You have this little seed that's blossoming and it's growing and you're just stamping on it by saying, I'm leaving town on Monday. So that's why I have to lie in that sense, not because I want to be manipulative or I'm a bad person, but because I have a global mindset. If I really like a girl, I can fly there. I'm an international man. I'm in different cities in Europe multiple times a year. I make enough money to buy girls flight tickets if I really want to see them, etc. So it's not really a problem for me to have a few 100 kilometers of distance. Also, I want to continue the seduction. I want to see where this goes. I want to see if I really like her. And basically, to reframe it, I want to give her the chance to get to know me on a romantic level and not talk her way out of it by having this, big block. So that's why I'm basically acting like I'm living in the city. For most of you guys, it's not so relevant anyway, because you're probably gonna do seduction in one city because you live in one city. You don't live, this crazy international lifestyle that I do. So that makes it much easier anyway. But I just wanted to point that out here.
When did you arrive?
On the 25th of August.
August, like 1 month ago.
Yes.
Okay. Was it easy for you to make friends?
Yes.
It's interesting. How do you make friends in a new city?
I live with my elder brother.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So he helps you socialize? Okay. Understand. That's good to have a brother. So without him, maybe you would have moved to another place. But because he was there, you also came here.
Yes.
What's your name? Alex. Okay. I'm meeting friends later. But I think you're beautiful and sweet.
Thank you so much.
Do you have plans maybe today evening or tomorrow to have a drink?
Tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Well,
You look sad. So, do you have WhatsApp?
So on the surface, this interaction doesn't look fancy or flirtatious or overly romantic. She answers my questions, but she doesn't ask me questions. There's no physical escalation. There's no sexual tension, at least not on the surface. But hey, look at her body language. She's locked in. She does oblige to all my questions. She's answering immediately. She's smiling. She's saying, thank you on the compliment. She was locked in the moment I talked to her. There was no shifting away or any other signs that she's just not interested in. She's just shy. She's young. She doesn't really know what to do. And she's following my lead. So I'm leading by basically asking, hey, do you want to have a drink? Like staying in that romantic tone. This is a lesson for all of you guys. Don't think any of this stuff is fancy. The reason I'm showing these interactions is not to, show off or make it look complicated. Like I want to make it look easy. I want that you think, holy shit, I could do this. I'm like, yeah, you could do this, but you're not. The hardest part is showing up. The hardest part is saying hi, going out, obviously dressing in a way that makes her not dismiss you on the first second. But after that, it's a numbers game. And you just have to find a girl that likes you. If you need help actually getting started, you can book a free consultation call below, because in my 4-step Lyon system, L stands for liberate, and that is the first step. You have to liberate yourself from the limiting beliefs that you have and from the day game demons that talk into your ear all the time that you can't do this and you shouldn't and she's busy and she wouldn't like you anyway. That's the first step and we can help you with that. So book a call below if you want that. But that being said, don't expect anything fancy here. But let's see if she actually will give me her number.
You have WhatsApp. I can text you on WhatsApp and then maybe we meet, maybe not.
WhatsApp.
You don't notice?
Instagram, Telegram.
Telegram. У меня есть Telegram. Я говорю чуть-чуть по-русски тоже. I'll give you my number, or you give me your Telegram number.
Давайте так. I'll tell you.
Is Belarus +7 or different?
I have Polish number.
You can type. I forgot your name.
I can write.
Yeah, actually, then I know how it is.
This is good. She's eager to put in her number and her name. I do say here, hey, is Belarus +7? On the one hand, to just show her a little bit that I understand where she's from. But the other hand is I want to make sure to actually get her number. So many people just put in a number as a 0 for blah, 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 forgetting the country code. Double check the country code and double check that if you get a girl's WhatsApp or Telegram or iMessage, whatever, that you actually got her correct number, right? You want to double check, not because from a frame of like, hey, don't give me a fake number. Like if she does that on purpose anyway, okay, you don't have a chance, and even having the right number won't get you a date. But from my experience and experience with all the clients I taught, girls, once they get to the stage where they put in a number, they don't give you a fake number. They would have said, I have a boyfriend, I'm busy, way before that. So assume she wants to give you her right number, and it's your job to double check that she actually did. Maybe she was nervous, maybe she changed number recently, maybe she forgot the country code, maybe she has a different number on Telegram than she has on WhatsApp, than she has on iMessage, because these days people have multiple numbers, multiple SIM cards. We're also kind of like TikTok brain, retarded, and forget our own numbers, don't remember our own numbers anymore.
What are you gonna study actually?
Business economy.
Business. Деньги. Okay, WARSAW, I put. I'll text you on Telegram, and
Okay.
when we're both free, maybe we can hang out. I like to meet people and
Okay.
have fun.
How
All right.
old are you?
How old? What do you think?
22?
No, more.
25.
26.
Еще раз?
26.
26?
Да. Too old?
You look younger.
Да? Спасибо. It's good. It's good for a guy to look young, I think.
Yes.
Да. What did you have boyfriend before who was older than you?
He was 19.
Oh wow. But I think in Belarus it's normal, young girl with older guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good day. Have a walk. Bye bye. See you.
Am I actually 26? No.
There he goes lying to you again.
Let's answer the age question once and for all, right? What are your options, especially as an older guy looking at this video here? Maybe in your late 30s, in your early 40s, late 40s, whatever it is. You might be worried, are you too old to attract young women? And the short answer is no, you're absolutely not too old. Women actually at their core love older men, and I made countless videos about that. Now, they don't just love any older man. They don't walk around looking at old guys thinking, oh, it's so hot. They love the certain archetype of stable, grounded, successful older man who has his shit together, who dresses in an elegant way, who can provide, protect, and who's seen it all and doesn't get too irritated by anything, and especially not her. After that core attitude that women have, often society puts layers on it. And I've seen that because I've been doing infield in Brazil, I've been doing it in Argentina, I've been doing it in Finland, Thailand, I've been doing it in Ukraine and Bulgaria. I've been doing infield in all sorts of countries. And the societal layers that get put on to women are different in every country. So I did talk to a girl, I remember she was 19 in Germany, and I said I'm like, I don't know, 26, and she's like, oh, that's way too old. Now here, I assume this girl is like 18, 19. For her, totally fine, not a problem at all. In Ukraine, 10 to 15 to 20 years of age difference, totally okay. So it kind of depends on what environment she lives in, because that defines her layers. The societal layers, her attitude towards that. She's basically a product of her environment in that sense. If you put the same girl for 3 years into Germany, she'll have a completely different attitude about age difference than if you put the exact same girl into, let's say Eastern Europe for 3 years. It will shape her completely differently. But at her core, she still wants that guy who is stable, can provide, protect, and that she's attracted to. So how do we deal with that? Basically, if you're way older, you have 3 options. A, you can just be completely honest and completely own it. And that's a very good option. That's like the cleanest one. You don't have to lie. You don't have to play any games. And you're just direct. The downside is you might lose some girls because of that societal layer. They might just flip that switch in their brain of like, it's not possible, I shouldn't be doing this, and they're out. And they're out easy because it's the first approach and you didn't really have time to build attraction with that girl yet. So she's not very invested in you yet. So the age plays still a big role compared to later, once you had a date with her, maybe you made out with her, you showed her, why you're a cool guy. Suddenly, if she finds out then that there's a big age gap, she doesn't care so much anymore. Option 2 is you lie, which I did here and I do sometimes. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of it because it might get you in trouble later. Just to really clarify here, you don't lie forever. You just lie on the first interaction. Once you go on a date and you have a vibe and maybe there's some cuddling, there's some kissing, come clean after that. Don't keep the lie alive forever, please. You want to come clean. Like you want to kind of get it off your soul. Basically, it's a tactical lie with the understanding that she's being brainwashed by society. And again, like the same issue with living in a place, you robbing her of the chance to meet an amazing guy like you by simply saying that one number in your passport. And suddenly all her focus is on that number and not all the other cool things about you. So in a way, be nice and don't rob her of that opportunity by giving that white lie. Is it a little bit manipulative? Yeah, maybe. I'm fine admitting that. But here's my attitude to that. If you're a guy who is honest, who has integrity, who is a man of his word, who is loyal, who says something and does it, I think it's okay to have this white lie, right? Because really it means you understand female psychology on that level that I described. You're interested in her. You want to genuinely give her a good time. You want to be a good man. You want to go on a date with her. You want to give her pleasure and joy and excitement and maybe a relationship. And you understand that at the very beginning, you just have to change that little number that's in your passport, what we call age. You have to change that until the first date. Otherwise, you're killing, again, the attraction in the early phase. And that's just part of seduction, right? That's my opinion. And the third option is you just never tell her. I had a friend, he's in his 50s, he's approaching, and he basically learned he doesn't want to lie because it's kind of bothering him. And he did for a long time, but he said he got tired of it. And he also can't tell the truth because he's in his 50s, and it does push young girls away. So he's just having fun with it. He's just exaggerating. He's just saying, yeah, I'm so old, like, you know, I've seen the pyramids being built, and I was buddies with like Washington and etc, etc. So he's just making fun of it, and he turns it into a teasing game, and he just delays the answer, sometimes indefinitely or when he has that go. Basically, what does that do? It just calls her out on her bullshit in a way. So if she asks, does she really need an answer, or is it again to satisfy her societal expectations, right? And if he just completely dismisses the topic as a whole and just turns it into absurdity, it basically calls her out on that bullshit. And it works perfectly fine for him. He's owning it. He's fun with it. You know, obviously your kind of like character and tonality, and you have to a little bit like humor with it. This has to align, but then it can work really well. So there you have it. Those are the 3 options that you have at your disposal when it comes to age, when there is a huge age gap. You make your choice. Comment below which one you prefer. And if I maybe missed out on a 4th one that you use, I'm curious. I'm always happy to learn, but that should answer it for you. Don't worry, women love men who are bold, who have their shit together, and who take the risk to approach. The age is way down there in their list of priority. Okay, so don't get distracted. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch another interaction I had on the same day, actually, you can click below. Other than that, see you in the next video.